Hey everyone, and welcome back to Tech Talk Central. I'm Nathan,
And I'm Sarah.
and today we're diving deep into the world of wireless gaming headsets.
Specifically, we're looking at two popular models, the Corsair HS80 Max and the SteelSeries Arctis Nova 7X.
Yeah, these are both headsets that we see come up time and time again when people are asking, what are the best wireless headsets out there for gaming?
Exactly. They're both strong contenders, and we've been digging through a ton of Amazon reviews and product pages to get the lowdown.
Yeah, so the goal today is to really break down each headset
Compare them head to head.
and help you figure out which one might be the best fit for your gaming needs.
Because let's face it, choosing a headset can be overwhelming.
There are so many options out there.
So many specs and features to consider.
It's enough to make your head spin.
Right, so let's start with the basics.
Price, key features, that kind of stuff.
Okay, so the Corsair HS80 Max, brand new, it's going to cost you about $140.
Why not too bad?
But if you're looking for a deal, you can often find them used in good condition for around $100.
Well, that's even better.
It's got dual connectivity, which means it works with both 2.4 gigahertz wireless for low latency gaming.
Gotta have that low latency.
Yeah, and Bluetooth for everything else.
Music, podcasts, phone calls.
Exactly.
So you're not tied to just your gaming setup.
Now, here's where things get really interesting, the battery life.
Okay, I'm listening.
This thing boasts up to 65 hours on 2.4 gigahertz wireless.
65 hours. That's insane.
And if you're just using Bluetooth, you can squeeze out a whopping 130 hours.
Wait, 130 hours? Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
That's like a week of gaming without needing to charge.
It's pretty incredible.
I'm already sold, but there's got to be a catch, right?
Well, there is a small asterisk there. That impressive battery life is with RGB lighting turned off.
Okay, so if I want the flashy lights, I'm going to take a hit on the battery.
Yeah, if you want the full RGB experience, you're looking at a more realistic 24 hours on 2.4 gigahertz.
24 hours is still pretty darn good.
Yeah, it's definitely nothing to sneeze at.
Okay, so impressive battery life, dual connectivity. What else does this HS80 Max have going for it?
Well, it also features Dolby Atmos on PC.
Okay, now for those who haven't experienced Dolby Atmos, explain what that is and why it's such a big deal for gamers.
So Dolby Atmos creates this amazing 3D soundscape.
It's like surround sound, but on steroids.
Exactly. It allows you to pinpoint where sounds are coming from with incredible accuracy.
Like you can hear an enemy's footsteps creeping up behind you in a game.
Exactly, or the whoosh of a bullet flying past your head.
This is not just about immersion. It can actually give you a competitive edge.
Absolutely, especially in games where sound cues are crucial.
All right, so the Corsair HS80 Max is shaping up to be a pretty impressive headset.
It is.
But we've got another contender in the ring.
The SteelSeries Arctis Nova 7X.
Does it have what it takes to dethrone the HS80 Max?
Well, let's say the Nova 7X comes in a bit cheaper.
Okay, how much cheaper are we talking?
Around $127 new.
All right, so not a huge difference.
And you can snag a used one for about $99 as well.
Okay, so price-wise, they're pretty comparable.
Yeah, no, like the HS80 Max, it also offers dual wireless and Bluetooth connectivity.
So no compromises there.
But the battery life is a bit more modest.
Uh-oh, how modest are we talking?
It's got a standard 38 hours.
Okay, so not a week-long gaming marathon, but still a decent amount of playtime.
Definitely enough for most gaming sessions.
All right, but I'm guessing there's a but coming.
There is a but.
There is a but.
It's got a USB-C fast charge feature.
Oh, no, that's interesting. Tell me more.
So if you're in a pinch and need a quick boost, you can plug it in for just 15 minutes.
And that'll give you...
6 hours of use.
Wow, so even if you forget to charge overnight, you can get a decent amount of playtime with just a quick top-up.
Exactly. It's a lifesaver for those forgetful gamers like myself.
I feel you on that one.
Okay, so battery life, we've covered connectivity, we've covered what else sets this Nova 7X apart from the HS80 Max.
Yeah, what other tricks does it have up its sleeve?
Well, instead of Dolby Atmos, it focuses on 360-degree spatial audio.
Okay, so what's the difference between Dolby Atmos and 360-degree spatial audio?
So 360-degree spatial audio is compatible with Tempest 3D audio on PS5 and Microsoft Spatial Sound on Xbox.
Okay, so it's kind of like the console equivalent of Dolby Atmos.
Yeah, it's designed to create a similar immersive 3D soundscape, but it's optimized for those specific gaming platforms.
All right, so if you're primarily a console gamer, this might be a big selling point.
Exactly, and it also boasts neodymium magnetic drivers.
Now, I know those are good for audio quality, but for our listeners who might not be audiophiles, break it down for us.
Sure, neodymium drivers are known for delivering clear, detailed sound with punchy bass.
Okay, so they're basically the gold standard for headphone drivers.
Pretty much. And the Nova 7X also has a retractable mic.
Okay, I love retractable mics. They're so convenient when you're not using them.
Right, and this one is even better because it features AI-powered noise cancellation.
AI-powered noise cancellation. That sounds fancy. What exactly does that do?
So it uses artificial intelligence to filter out background noise.
Like keyboard clicks and fan hum.
Exactly. It helps ensure that your voice comes through loud and clear to your teammates.
So no more complaints about background noise during those crucial team fights.
Hopefully not.
All right, so we're starting to see some key differences emerge between these two headsets.
Yeah, we've got battery life versus fast charging Dolby Atmos versus 360-degree spatial audio.
And, of course, that fancy AI-powered noise cancellation on the Nova 7X.
It's a deal breaker.
Absolutely. So let's dive into those Amazon reviews and see what people are saying about the sound quality of both the Corsair HS80 Max and the SteelSeries Arctis Nova 7X.
All right, so for the HS80 Max, it's a bit of a mixed bag.
Oh, really? How so?
Some users absolutely love the sound. They talk about the clarity and depth, especially with Dolby Atmos enabled.
Yeah, Dolby Atmos can really make a difference.
But on the other hand, some users feel like the microphone picks up too much background noise,
That's annoying.
especially if you're playing multiplayer games and your teammates are constantly complaining about hearing your keyboard clicks or your dog barking in the background.
Yeah, that can definitely ruin the experience.
Okay, so what about the Nova 7X? You mentioned those neodymium drivers earlier.
Those are supposed to be top-notch.
So how does it actually sound?
Spill the beans.
Again, it's kind of a mixed bag. Some users praise the detail and the bass. They say it handles different types of game audio really well, from explosions to subtle footsteps.
So far, so good.
But others find the audio a bit muffled, particularly during party chat.
Oh, that's surprising, especially since the Nova 7X boasts that AI-powered noise-canceling mic.
You would think it would excel in that area, but apparently some users aren't impressed.
Okay, so it seems like sound quality is a bit subjective for both headsets.
It is. What's interesting, though, is that it really highlights how personal audio preferences are.
Yeah, what sounds amazing to one person might sound just okay to another.
Exactly. So when you're reading these reviews, you have to take them with a grain of salt and think about what you prioritize in terms of sound.
That's a great point.
For example, if you're a competitive gamer and you need that pinpoint accuracy for hearing footsteps and gunshots, Dolby Atmos on the HS80 Max might be a better choice.
But if you're more into immersive single-player games where you want rich, detailed soundscapes, the Nova 7X might be more your style.
And don't forget, both headsets offer software customization options.
Yeah. You can tweak the EQ settings and mic levels to try and find that sweet spot.
Exactly. So don't be afraid to experiment and see what works best for you.
Great advice. So it sounds like there's no clear winner. When it comes to sound quality, it really comes down to personal preference.
It does, which is why it's so important to do your research and read those reviews carefully.
All right, so we've tackled sound quality. Now let's move on to another crucial factor, comfort,
Ah, yes. Nobody wants a headset that feels like a vice grip on their head.
especially during those marathon gaming sessions.
True comfort is key.
So how do these two headsets stack up in the comfort department?
Well, thankfully, both headsets seem to get pretty good marks for comfort, although they achieve it in different ways.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
The Corsair HS80 Max is praised for its breathable fabric ear pads.
That's a huge plus, especially if you tend to get hot and sweaty while gaming.
Exactly. And I actually came across a review where someone said they wore these for 6 hours straight without any discomfort.
6 hours, that's impressive.
Yeah, it seems like Corsair really nailed the comfort factor with those ear pads.
Okay, so what about the SteelSeries? How does it approach comfort?
The Arctis Nova 7X focuses on a lightweight design and uses what they call airweave memory foam ear cushions.
Airweave sounds fancy.
It's basically a breathable fabric designed to keep your ears cool and comfortable.
Nice, and reviewers seem to love how easily it adjusts to different head shapes and sizes.
Yeah, that adjustable headband is a big plus, especially if you have a larger head.
Okay, so both headsets prioritize comfort, but it sounds like the HS80 Max might have the edge for breathability.
It might, while the Nova 7X seems to focus more on adjustability and that lightweight feel.
So again, it comes down to personal preference.
It always does. Some people might prefer that snug fit of the HS80 Max.
While others might prefer the lighter, more airy feel of the Nova 7X.
Exactly. It's like choosing between a comfy pair of slippers and a perfectly tailored suit.
Both are comfortable, but in different ways.
Precisely so. When you're thinking about comfort, consider what aspects matter most to you.
Yeah, do you get hot easily? Do you have a larger head?
These are the questions you need to ask yourself. We've covered sound quality comfort.
Now it's time to talk about connectivity battery life.
And those special features, that could really make a difference.
So let's start with connectivity. We know both headsets offer dual wireless and Bluetooth.
Which is great for flexibility.
But are there any potential issues we should be aware of?
Well, if you dig into those Amazon reviews, you'll see that both headsets have had their share of connectivity hiccups.
Give us the details.
Some HS80 Max users reported problems with USB 2.0 connectivity.
So if your PC only has older USB ports,
It might not be the best choice.
and some users had trouble switching between RF and Bluetooth modes.
Yeah, it wasn't always a seamless transition.
Okay, so not exactly plug and play.
Not always.
And what about the Nova 7X? Any connectivity woes there?
A few users mentioned experiencing random disconnections,
Oh no, that's the worst.
especially during a crucial moment in a game,
Like imagine you're about to clutch a victory.
and your headset just cuts out.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah, so connectivity is definitely something to keep in mind.
It's not a guaranteed win for either headset.
If you're mainly gaming on a PC with USB 3.0 ports, you're probably less likely to have issues.
But if you're switching between devices a lot, or relying on Bluetooth,
It's worth doing your research and seeing how widespread those issues are.
okay, good advice. All right, moving on to battery life. We know the HS80 Max boasts a crazy 65 hours on 2.4 gigahertz and 130 hours on Bluetooth,
It's a battery life champ,
while the Nova 7X offers a more modest 38 hours,
but it has that super convenient fast charging.
15 minutes for 6 hours of use.
So it really depends on your gaming habits.
Are you a marathon gamer who plays for hours on end?
Or do you prefer shorter sessions?
I'm definitely a marathon gamer, so that 130-hour battery life is calling my name.
I get it, but I'm also a bit forgetful when it comes to charging.
So that fast charging on the Nova 7X would be a lifesaver.
Exactly. No more panic attacks when you realize your headset is dead right before a gaming session.
Okay, so battery life is another point of differentiation.
It's about finding what fits your lifestyle.
All right, before we make our final decision, let's talk about those special features that make each headset unique.
Okay, so the HS80 Max has that high-fidelity 24-bit 96 kilohertz sound capability.
Yeah, break that down for us non-audiophiles. What does that even mean?
Basically, it means the HS80 Max can capture and reproduce a wider range of sound frequencies.
Okay, so more detail, more nuance.
Exactly. You'll hear things in games that you might not have noticed before.
So if you're an audiophile or just someone who appreciates really good sound quality.
This is a big deal.
And what about the Nova 7X? What's its claim to fame?
Well, we've mentioned it before, but that retractable microphone with AI-powered noise cancellation is pretty awesome.
It's like having a personal sound engineer filtering out all the background noise.
So your teammates can hear you loud and clear.
No more excuses for bad callouts.
Exactly.
All right, so we've covered a lot of ground today.
We've looked at the specs, the features, the pros and cons.
We even dug into those Amazon reviews.
Now it's time for the final verdict.
Which headset reigns supreme?
Honestly, it's a tough call.
They're both great headsets in their own right,
The HS80 Max wins on battery life and audio fidelity.
while the Nova 7X excels in comfort design and that awesome AI-powered mic.
So it really comes down to your individual needs and preferences.
What do you value most as a gamer?
Do you prioritize long battery life and amazing sound?
Or are comfort, communication, and a sleek design more important?
There's no one-size-fits-all answer.
The best headset is the one that fits your unique gaming style.
Well said.
We hope this deep dive has helped you figure out which headset deserves a spot on your gaming setup.
To find the latest prices and deals, be sure to check out the links in the description below.
And if you enjoyed this head-to-head comparison, be sure to subscribe to Tech Talk Central for more in-depth tech reviews.
Thanks for joining us.
Happy gaming!